everybody, welcome back to The Complete Game, episode 99. What's going on, G? I'm your
Not
host, Curt
much.
Schilling, co-host Curt Schilling. One in the books. Yankees beat the Giants 7-0. Opening day is here. And Yankee fans, I'm not sure where they're going to be with the Yankees winning 7-0, but Aaron Judge punching out 4 times. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is Aaron Judge is still striking out if you're just tuning in from the World Baseball Classic. And Max Fried has proved that he is, he proved that he proved it last year that he can be the ace on that staff. But,
Yeah.
he settled down after a rough first couple frames and proved that he could be an ace. But, yeah, the Yankees start off 1-0.
Went into the 7th, gave up 2 hits. Pitched really well. Logan Webb got beat up. And we had our first ABS challenge. And the umpire won.
I was going to say I had you look at it before because it was a call that I know for a fact that I would not have expected in my playing career. I don't know about you, but it was a little high.
I'm not sure that's one I would have debated. But I think it might be wise to I know, and we talked about this, some teams have said, hey, you're not challenging, only the catcher gets the challenge. And the ones I saw in spring training, every catcher challenge was overturned. Overturned the umpire every time. And I always felt like I had a really good view of the strike zone, but I don't think I did when I look back on.
I think that'll be a fun theme to watch throughout the year too, with guys like going nuts when they think they have a call too, or overriding that system.
Richie Garcia came out. Richie's an old umpire, and he's very bitter over this system because he thinks that nobody's perfect. Well, the ABS system is, and he went to the, they leave it up to geeks and nerds who have math degrees. And it's like, dude, it's the strike zone. It's a box. It's not that hard for them to figure out. But and that's the challenging part, right? Now, umpires are going to get called out in front of 35,000 people and proven wrong. So, and that'll be interesting to see that dynamic. Because like I said, there's going to be some umpires are going to be talking with catchers like, hey, dude, but it's going to be hard for umpires to do anything like that because of the system being automated,
Yeah, you kind of mentioned it there. I wanted to also just talk about some of the ABS rules because it is a new rule that's being introduced into the major leagues this year. Every team gets 2 challenges through the first 9 innings. If you use up all your challenges during the 9 innings, you will get an extra one that refreshes every inning. So that's interesting. The ABS challenge system will be used in the postseason, which I think is interesting that it's getting right into the postseason. Whereas like some rules, the ghost runner thing, they did not implement into the postseason right away and haven't yet. You mentioned this part, who can issue a challenge, the batter, the pitcher, or the catcher. But most teams have indicated they will be deferring to their catcher to make the call.
Right.
And they're pretty strict on, like, if your dugout helps you out in any way or tips you off to being like to challenging as the batter, that they just cut that off right there and they say it's not applicable. Yeah, it's a tap on the cap to issue the challenge, so we'll see that all over. And you'll see the graphic. They used it tonight. Yeah, it tickled the top. I'll take a screenshot and put it on the screen, but it's like the top tippy top right part of the strike zone. So I'll be interested to see, like, there are definitely some moments over the last, at least in my lifetime, that I can think of that would definitely be different if there was an ABS challenge system.
Right.
So
yeah, no, it's
Bill Miller tonight, though, the home plate umpire got to have a good little smile on his face when he looked away from camera for a minute, being right.
And I'm all about getting it right. And we're talking about the ones I saw in spring training were quick. Like, it didn't take forever. They did it quickly. The other challenging part is going to be, and I like it, is that the people officiating in the booth doing it they're showing it on the scoreboard. So the fans are seeing it. So there won't be any like, oh my God, conspiracy theory to rig the game kind of thing. Everybody's going to be out there and everybody's going to see it.
Do you think that I mean, it's kind of a harder question for you to answer because you played instead of have been a fan as long, but, like, do you think it kind of takes away from the fan conversation around the game a little bit because there won't be conversations over balls and strikes as often anymore because some of them will be
Well,
answered?
fans will still gripe about the strike zone because but it'll be a lot less, right? There'll be a lot less of that. More calls will get called right. And I guess that's a good thing. I mean, we saw the end of the WBC uh, on a controversial pitch, and remember that the problem with the strike zone is that in the rule book, it's when the ball crosses the front of the plate, and as I understand the ABS system, they're measuring the ball mid plate, and that's just different. I mean, I know guys that used to throw pitches that would skip like Maddox. They had that ball that would cut the corner of the plate and move off.
It's the first person that popped into my mind when you
Yeah,
said it. I
and
knew
the
guys
catcher's
that
catching the ball off the plate, but it's because and there'll be some presentation issues with the catchers. And pitch framing will be a lot less valuable, unfortunately. Um, but no, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But only one, I guess it was only one tonight,
what, 1 game?
one challenge.
Oh, yeah, just one
That
challenge tonight.
surprises me. I'm expecting everybody to use all their challenges every night.
Yeah. The other question, or I guess just something I wanted to bring up is Logan Webb, the starter for the Giants tonight, was a starter in the WBC. So
Yeah.
whereas Max Fried did not.
Yep.
So
And
that's our first
I read
example.
about somebody else. I can't remember a pitcher who was in the WBC. I don't think he was for the United States, but he's out right now because of a sore shoulder and whatnot. Um, but yeah, no, I mean we'll follow that. That's a storyline that I'm going to be very curious about this entire season.
It's
And
just
then
the first footnote in our case study is tonight, which a guy who did and did not participate.
right,
So
right, yeah,
because I
no,
imagine Max Fried was asked, right? I'm sure he's American.
well, I don't know, but I do know that I would expect the opposite. I would expect Logan Webb to be far ahead of the curve, and he wasn't.
Yeah. Or
You know,
or it could be, I this is just speculation, but it could be emotional letdown. Whereas, like, Logan Webb's been in the league now, he knows how long
right?
a season he has ahead of him, and he just played an emotional playoff series. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll pay attention now. I'm gonna keep track of all the
Yep.
guys for USA, especially. Oh, you got anything else?
No, game to watch tomorrow is going to be Skeens versus Peralta. Peralta's pitching for a contract. Skeens is pitching for legacy. And opening day, if I always say, if you want to understand your potential pitcher in the postseason, watch him in the All-Star game, watch him on opening day, or the opening game in the second half, because those are kind of like playoff games. So, and tomorrow's exactly like a playoff game for pitcher adrenaline. So pay attention tomorrow. And our fantasy league starts today.
Yeah, today started.
Yep. We'll give people updates. No, that's it for tonight. Let's and we're gonna start jumping in next week, probably to the multicast each week, starting with episode 100, which would be awesome.
Sorry, I
So
was just looking up. I was curious. Do you know if Shohei's gonna pitch this week or
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay. All right. I wanted to put that on the show because I didn't know, and I'm sure other people don't know. So that'll be must-watch
Well, you're
television.
only asking because you drafted him this year.
I'm asking because I was a full participant of last year's playoffs, and I'm excited to see that again.
Yeah.
So,
And
all
the
right.
Dodgers are favorites, and they're shooting to be the first National League team to ever three-peat.
Well, yeah, except for if you ask a Yankees fan, they're
No,
undefeated, so
National League.
they're. I
National
know,
League
but
team.
the Yankees are favorites if you ask a New York person right
Oh,
now
yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
1-0 and they've
Right.
got
No,
an
they're
undefeated
going
season ahead.
160-2 or something stupid. But
Max Fried will win 25 games.
yeah. Well, and Garrett Cole's only on I think he's starting the season on the 15-day instead of the 60, so that's encouraging.
Yeah, they're just
All
gonna
right.
do stash with him like the
Yeah.
I'm blanking on him, but stash him away and use him for playoffs.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys
All
for
right.
episode 100.
Take care.